Hello there, this is LEGO Dynasty, and today I am reviewing the LEGO Marvel Eternal set, Rise of the Domo. It is set number 76159, comes with 1,040 pieces, and is rated ages 8 and up. The set retails in Canada for $119.99 and in the United States for $89.99. This set features 6 of the Eternals figures, so it's a great way to collect most of the figures, and features 2 exclusive minifigures, those being Phastos and Druig. Now, without further ado, let's get into this review. I'm going to start off with the box. So overall, I really like the Eternals box they went with. Very consistent across the line, which is great to see. You have the Eternals in their actor form right there, showing all of them. Looks very nice. You can see some of the nice box art. You see it in action. The figures included. Going to the back of the box, showing the Domo opened up. You have the 2 Deviants. I believe that one there is supposed to be Crow, who's kind of the leader of the Deviants. Though I could be wrong on that. You can kind of see some of the details in the ship. And then on the side, there we go. On the side here, you can kind of see the Eternals in Lego form, which is very cool. And that's the box. Now let's take a look at the minifigures. First off, we have Icarus, as you can see there. Now, Icarus, I believe, is the most common Eternal, or one of them. So he's in other sets. Still very nice detail. No arm printing, no side leg printing. But overall, some very nice printed details. Kind of show his eyes, or his double-sided face. If it'll show. Kind of wish it had his laser eyes instead, but they opted just to go with an angry face. Still, overall, very nice figure. Next up, we have Athena, played by Angelina Jolie in the movie. Looks very cool. Similar to the other set. Her figure was in, well, the exact same, I should say. Not similar, it's just the exact same. And then you see her other face, which is just a generic one, compared to her angry face. Next up, we have Cersei, and she is supposedly one of the main characters of the movie, if not the main character. We've seen her in other Eternal sets as well. Again, exactly the same. Very nice printing. Really like the overall leg printing. No arm printing, unfortunately. Show off her other head. Kind of an annoyed face. And some very nice back printing as well. Next up, we have Makari. And this figure too was in another set. The Eternals Deviant Attack, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And as such is exactly the same as well. No arm printing or side leg printing, but some very nice back printing. And overall, a very nice figure. I'll show off the double-sided face. As you can see there. Kind of a questioning look. And overall, a very nice figure. I have one of the newer figures, or one of the figures exclusive to this set, which is Druig. Very nice printing, really like the black look. Again, similar to the other Eternals, no arm printing, no side leg printing, but overall, I really like the torso and front leg printing across all the figures. Druig, no exception. Kind of a generic face. I think we've seen that one before. And same with the angry face. This almost looks like one they've used for like a Lego Batman almost. And lastly, we have Phastos. And I must say, purple is my favorite color, so this is probably my favorite figure by default, just because of the purple color scheme. Some very nice printing, like all the others. And just like the other figures, a double-sided face, kind of an angry battle face. Overall, another very cool figure. Now let's get into the Deviant builds. So This set is divided into 7 bags, and the first 2 bags are devoted to building these Deviant characters, starting with this one. Now, they don't name the figure, since it's not a big figure, whatever, but from what I understand, this is supposed to be Crow, who represents one of the villains in the upcoming movie. He's kind of meant to be the leader of the Deviants, and I could be completely wrong, and it's not Crow, but I believe this is supposed to represent him at some point in the movie, maybe early on. Because Crow is the guy we see getting up close and personal with Angelina Jolie's character in the trailer. Overall, pretty okay build, nothing too special. A lot of stickers. Very nice piece. This one is not a sticker. You can kind of see some of the sticker detail that does enhance the set. Overall, very nice detail using all these, I don't know if you call them like sword and knife pieces almost, and whatnot to represent him. And yeah, it's just a cool thing. There's not a lot of play functionality to it. His fingers can move, appendages. Same on this side, which look a little bit different, but you could probably maneuver the hands enough to hold a character inside them, like so. Less of a chance on this side just because of how it is, but we'll give it a try just to see. And yeah, you can't really hold him on this hand, but on this one you can. And other than that, there's no real play functionality to any of the Deviants. And we get our second Deviant, and this one I must say is really cool. The build process on this one was a bit annoying, I must say, but the results I think turned out pretty okay looking. Like, I don't know if it's my favorite. They've went with a lot of color, which seems to be accurate to the film, but I guess I'll have to wait and see how the movie turns out to see if these colors are completely accurate, because it's like this set should be more closer to this color than all these contrasting colors. But we'll see how it is in the movie for sure, and I do plan on doing an overview of the entire Eternals line once I have seen the movie, just to see how it compared. But there's not a whole lot to it. You can move his feet around because of the ball joints. Same with on here, so you can have some functionality that way, but overall there's not a whole lot to him. You could open up his jaw, show some of the extra pieces. So you do get these blast pieces that you would use. I think they're given with Icarus to use, but I'm sure other figures would also have similar energy abilities. Decide not to open it, but it's the same as you get in the other Eternal set with Icarus, and kind of see, these in white for Spider-Man. There's not a whole lot of difference to them. Now let's get into the Domo. So some have taken to calling it the pizza ship just because it's in the triangle formation, and it's pretty fair. Now there is some nice detail on the inside. As you can see in there, you can fit a character to pilot the ship. You can only fit one character to fly the cockpit. You see some of the sticker details on the inside there. Look very nice. Really cool what they used with this tubing to wrap around the chair. Looks really cool. You got some flick fire missiles. I'm not going to shoot them off. They function the exact same. Now, let's open up the ship to reveal what's on the inside. So you can see all the areas it can open up. Just to show how it's done. Pretty typical connect pieces and whatnot. And looking on the inside, you see some very nice detail. You got the chair there. You got some extra pieces there, a crowbar. I believe that's umbrella, a couple of mic pieces, a controller, a metal detector piece here. I believe this is supposed to represent Makari's area of the ship where she's been collecting a lot of human artifacts. You got a coffee maker here, got some weapons. Very nice. Kind of see some of the detail using these chrome pieces. Some sticker detail on the outside. Now it does show, trying to show it best, Arishem here, who's one of the Celestials, who we actually get the big figure of in the other Eternal set. And I believe this is supposed to represent an Eternal talking to Arishem. Kind of see some of the nice sticker details that were added. A little bit annoying how many there were. Would have been nice if they opted to just print those pieces, considering how many there were. But maybe that's why they chose not to print them, and it's because of how many there was. You do have I'm assuming it's not supposed to be the Infinity Gauntlet, but it's the Infinity Gauntlet piece, or what's been used as it in the past. And then you do have this little ship that, you can place an Eternal on. Not sure what it's necessarily supposed to represent, if we'll actually see it in the movie, but it's someone they added in. And then the other main part is this piece here. As you can see, you got this tubing attached. It was kind of annoying actually to get this tubing on and to stay, because you had to get it through these hoops, and it just kept breaking building it. That was just my experience, but you see the part there. I'm not sure at all what that's supposed to represent. And then you can just close it up like so. And that's pretty much it for the Domo. It's got some nice area, like you can fit a decent amount of the figures inside the ship. So you can see you can fit a decent number of figures, and if you played around with the space, I'm sure you could fit more of them in. But it will knock some of them over, depending on where you place them. So as you see, I knocked Thena over because of the parts, kind of knock her over. But overall, you can fit in most of the Eternals figures, and obviously you wouldn't have them all in this anyways. You have room on the sides, you have the chair, you have the cockpit. So there's room for all the figures inside, and you are able to close this with the figures inside. Just need to be strategic with where you're placing the figures. Overall, the Rise of the Domo set is a very interesting set, and for just being 1,040 pieces, actually has quite a lot to offer. The set it comes out smaller and yet doesn't feel small than you might expect. So what I mean by that is you would expect it to be bigger than it is, but a lot of, I would say almost 200 of the pieces goes into the two Deviant figures there, factoring since a lot of it is smaller pieces. So overall, this is only about 800 pieces, so in that sense, it is quite sizable. Unfortunately, you do have to get all 4 sets if you want all 10 Eternals figures, but at least in this set, it's not, you're not getting all the same figures. You are getting 2 unique figures to the set, and basically can be happy knowing, yeah, you're getting a couple extra figures. Maybe you choose to resell those figures down the line. Overall, the amount of figures included is very nice to see, and having 2 exclusive minifigures to the Eternals is probably going to encourage a lot of people to get this set. Now, I chose to wait to get this set until the double VIP points event, which obviously has passed now, so I would generally probably wait to get the set around that time. If you really like the set, it has a bit to offer in terms of the ship, with some nice features, but overall, it doesn't have a lot of play functionality, which is kind of surprising for a set like this, And I think it just comes down to the Eternals, like the Deviant figures. There's just not a whole lot you can do with them, other than, you can place them in a hand, a figure in a hand or in a character's mouth, and that's kind of it. And for some kids, that's probably going to be enough. But overall, I do like this set, and I'm happy I got it. With that being said, that is my opinion. So let me know down below what your thoughts are on the set. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day, everyone.